Colorado is known for so many things, like having almost 300 days of sunshine, epic skiing trails, and of course, local brews. And you can actually make your own that's catered to your very own taste. Yes, you absolutely can. Michael Bracco from Flyteco, brewing brewery, is in the Cocoa Kitchen today to walk us through the process. Michael, it's good to see you.
Good to see you, Claudia.
We love Flyteco. As a matter of fact, when my friends come down, that's like one of the places I love to take them to.
Fantastic. I love to hear that.
It's so unique. Now, tell us more about the pilot system you guys have going on, because this is super cool.
Yeah, so the pilot system is basically just volume-wise would be a 3-barrel system. I know that doesn't mean much to most people, but it's just a smaller version of our main brewing system where we can do more like nuanced one-off styles, and we can offer this great ability for anyone who wants to pay for the experience to brew their own beer for a special event or a party or something along those lines.
Okay, see, that is very, very cool. Now, what is, though, the first step when it comes to brewing a collaborative beer work?
So it's kind of conversational. It's kind of talking to that client or that person or even that other brewery that wants to do a collab with us. And just kind of finding out, like, are they beer drinkers? Are they not beer drinkers? If they are beer drinkers, what kind of beer do they like to drink typically? What flavors do they like? If they're not beer drinkers, okay, what kind of food do you like? Do you like fruit? Do you like chocolate? Do you like coffee? Those kind of things. Because beer at the end of the day really is food. And so it shares a lot of the same flavors as like things that people like to eat.
I'm so glad you said that at the end of the day, it's food.
It is food,
It's okay to have beer. Now, I understand that grains and hops are a big part of this. So what do you have here? And I want to see how all this ties in.
Yeah. So I've got 2 different kinds of grains and 2 different kinds of hops. You can grab these, and if you want to smell them, just give them a whiff.
Sure.
Like, and you know, I'll even. This is like what I do on a brew day. I'll taste the grain before I start brewing with it.
Really? Oh, that smells wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you've got 2 kind of very different kinds of hops. You've got Saaz hops here that are traditional German, European style. You see those in a lot of German Pilsners, a lot of Belgian beers will use Saaz hops.
Okay.
And then these are Columbus hops.
So those are different.
Yes, they're completely different. They look very similar.
They do.
But these are Columbus hops. This is more of an American strain. Going to give you more citrus, more piney things. There's obviously tons and tons of hop varieties, but they all kind of present different things. And then grain is kind of the main building block of beer. This is our foundation, other than adding the yeast. And obviously you can see like you have very lightly toasted grain here. That's going to give us a lighter, crisper tasting beer. This is dark grain. This is going to give you those roasty kind of espresso flavors and obviously affect the color of the beer, as you can see as our one down here.
This one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I get it. Okay, style is another key part. Walk me through those. I mean, so many different elements. It's so much fun.
Yeah, so I mean, I've got like a variety of styles right here in front of us. So you've got your Aero Mexico here. That's a Mexican lager. Lagers typically take a little bit longer, and they're going to use more paler grains like this one on our right.
Okay.
Then you've got a Hefeweizen. That's a wheat beer. So that recipe has more like malted wheat in it. It's got more yeast-driven flavors. This is our house beer, our fogged out. So this is a hop-driven beer. It's an IPA. You're going to taste all those hops that we've added to it because we brew with like 80 pounds of hops in that beer pretty much.
Really?
It's insane. And then this is a black IPA. So you're going to get more of those, that one's a little more balanced. You do get those roasty malt-driven flavors, but there's also a good hop quality to that one.
Okay, so which one is your favorite, Michael?
My favorite, just because I designed the recipe, has to be the black IPA.
I knew it. Okay, I'm more of like light beer, please. Like I don't know about this one, but I'm leaning more towards over here.
Yeah, I mean, you would probably love the Aero Mexico. It's just kind of, you know, that crisp, kind of great beach day beer.
Exactly,
I would encourage you as like, if you're newer to beer, the Hefeweizen's a great like gateway beer. I encourage like wine drinkers to try beers like that. There's a lot of things you can grab onto in that.
So what beer would you recommend to Coloradans or people visiting, like the Colorado taste?
Fogged Out's our house IPA. You can't leave Denver without having that.
Without having that, okay, that is something cool to know. Okay, what do you think we should do when we come by Flyteco? Like, what is the one thing we need to try, or what would you say is the best unique thing you guys have?
Taste whatever is on tap from the pilot system. I'm kind of a mad scientist back there. I kind of try to keep things fresh and keep things more inventive and creative. It's great to have our like kind of house beers here that we have to brew in like large batches all the time.
Yeah, you have those always, okay.
But I try to experiment as much as I can, do different things. So when we kind of have those labeled on the tap at both locations. So you'll see them labeled as Flight 00 and the number, because that's how airplanes do experimental flights. So the pilot system's kind of where our experimental beers take off from.
I love it. The pilot system's certainly something you need to try. Okay, so if the Colorado and Company team came by, what kind of beer do you think the team would make?
I mean, you guys have to get up super early. I'm sure by like, 10 o'clock when the show is airing, you are kind of hitting that wall.
Yeah.
I think we do a coffee beer. I think we do something like with an amber profile, give you some good like caramel notes, and add some cold brew coffee into it and give you like kind of that caramel macchiato vibe.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
Sounds good.
We'll be there. That sounds excellent. Well, this looks like so much fun. Certainly something everybody needs to try. Come see Michael and the team at Flyteco. Michael, thank you so much for being with us today. Great learning about beer. Okay, and here's the deal. In a few weeks, we'll get to see the final brew. And of course, we'll show you all how it turns out. You can learn more about making a collaborative beer at flytecobeer.com. And of course, you must be 21 years or older. And remember to please drink responsibly.